A student's overview of the Ageless wisdom was carefully compiled from the following books by Alice A. Bailey. A Treatise on Cosmic Fire. Esoteric Psychology, Volumes 1 and 2. Esoteric Healing. Esoteric Astrology. The Rays and the Initiations. Students are encouraged to download the free PDF version of this overview by following the link in the video's description, or to order a printed copy at cost from thebookpatch.com, but are advised to read the original, unabridged books in order to gain deeper insight into the ageless wisdom. Students are also invited to join our online study group at facebook.com/groups/students of the ageless wisdom. Chapter 28, Esoteric Psychology Volume 1. What is the real nature of a true mystic or introvert? He is one whose soul force, ray or quality is too strong for the personality to handle. The man then finds that the path to the inner worlds of desire, emotion, of mind and of spiritual vision are, for him, the line of least resistance, and the physical plane integration and expression suffer as a consequence. The pool of the soul offsets the outer pool and the man becomes a visionary mystic. I refer not to the practical mystic who is on the way to becoming a white occultist. The reverse condition can also be true, and then you have the pure extrovert. The personality ray focuses itself upon the physical plane, and the inner lure of the soul is temporarily offset, sometimes for several lives. Where this outer condition and pool is overstrong, and when all the personality ray qualities are focused to a point, you will have either a display of exhibitionism, as it is called, or a constructive high-grade personality, expressing genius and the creative possibilities of a coordinated physical, emotional and mental expression. The manifestation of this coordination will be outward into the world of doing, and not inward into the world of being or of the soul. The rays of aspect vs. attribute. Group I, rays of aspect, the three major rays. Group 2, rays of attribute, the four minor rays. The three great rays, which constitute the sum total of the divine manifestation, are aspect rays, and this for two reasons. First, they are, in their totality, the manifested deity, the Word in incarnation. They are the expression of the creative purpose, and the synthesis of life, quality and appearance. Secondly, they are active in every form in every kingdom, and they determine the broad general characteristics which govern the energy, the quality and the kingdom in question. Through them the differentiated forms come into being, the specialized lives express themselves, and the diversity of divine agents fulfill their destiny in the plane of existence allocated to them. The four rays of attribute, which find their synthesis in the third ray of aspect, produce the varying qualities in greater detail than do the three rays of aspect. It might generally be stated, as we endeavor to clarify our problem, that the three rays of aspect find their main expression in relation to mankind through the medium of the three periodical vehicles. Ray I, power, life, ideas, the monad. Ray 2, love, wisdom, consciousness, ideals, the soul. Ray 3, active intelligence, appearance, idols, personality. They find their secondary expression in the three bodies which form the personality of man. Ray I, power, ideas, mental body, purpose, life. Ray 2, love, ideals, astral body, quality. Ray 3, intelligence, idols, physical body, form. The rays of attribute, though expressing themselves equally on all the planes and through the periodical vehicles and the three aspects of the personality, find their main expression through one or other of the four kingdoms in nature. Ray 4 Harmony, conflict fourth kingdom human. The balance. Ray V concrete knowledge third kingdom animal. Ray 6 devotion second kingdom vegetable. Ray 7 ceremonial ritual first kingdom mineral. End of page 141. In relation to mankind, these four rays of attribute find a wide expression in connection with the four aspects of the personality, or with the quaternary. The relationship is as follows. Ray 4 harmony through conflict physical body. Ray V concrete knowledge etheric body. Ray 6 devotion astral body. Ray 7 organization mental body. Every great religion which arises is under the influence of one or other of the rays, but it does not necessarily follow that each successive ray should have a great far-reaching religion as its outcome. We have heard that Brahmanism is the last great religion which arose under first ray influence. We do not know what may have been the religion which was the outcome of the last second ray period, but the Chaldean, the Egyptian and the Zoroastrian religions may be taken as representing the third, the fourth, and the fifth rays respectively. Christianity and probably Buddhism were the result of sixth ray influence. The rays and the kingdoms. It might be of interest to note that all the planets have a close relation to all the kingdoms, but that this relation should not be confounded with the planetary rays or with the fact that some of the planets are considered as sacred planets and some are not. I am here using the words planetary influence in the same sense as the astrologer uses them, for he is not dealing, either, with the basic planetary rays. It might be stated therefore that the planetary relations in this cycle are as follows. 1. The mineral kingdom Pluto and Vulcan. 2. The vegetable kingdom Venus and Jupiter. 3. The animal kingdom the Moon and Mars. 4. The human kingdom Mercury and Saturn. 5. The kingdom of souls Neptune and Uranus. 6. Synthesizing these 5 the Sun. Each of the kingdoms in nature has developed, or is developing, one outstanding quality, with the other divine attributes as subsidiary. The mineral kingdom has the quality of activity primarily emphasized, and its two extremes are the tamasic quality, or the static inert nature of the mineral world, and the quality of radioactivity, of radiation which is its beautiful and divinely perfected expression. The goal for all mineral atomic forms is this radioactive condition, the power to pass through all limiting and environing substances. This is initiation, or the entering into a state of liberation, for all mineral appearances, and the organizing of all forms in this kingdom under the influence of the seventh ray. The vegetable kingdom has the quality of attractiveness, expressed in color, and its liberation, or its highest form of activity, is demonstrated by the perfume of its highest forms of life. This perfume is connected with its sex life, which has group purpose and which calls to its aid the initiating wind and the insect world. This is not just a pictorial way of portraying truth. The very nature of perfume, its purpose and intent, is to affect those agencies which will produce the spreading and the continuity of the life of the vegetable kingdom. The aspirants in the vegetable kingdom, and the most evolved of its forms, have beauty and perfume, and are susceptible to the hidden influences of those to whom is confided the initiating of the life forms and their bringing to a desired perfection. The animal kingdom has the quality of growing instinctual purpose which, in its highest form, works out as the domesticity of the more evolved animals, and their devotion to man. Behind the appearance of the animals is to be found a steady orientation towards understanding, and a consequent gravitation towards the forms of life which evidence that which they desire. Hence the influence of the fifth ray of concrete knowledge, which pours through the human family upon the third kingdom in nature. End of page 142. Man is the initiating factor here, and to man is committed the task of leading the animal kingdom towards liberation, a liberation into the fourth kingdom, for that is the sphere of its next activity. The vegetable kingdom is liberated into another evolutionary process altogether, and its lives pass into the so-called deva, or angel, evolution. Hence the wind and the insect world are its agents, just as man and the agency of water are the initiators of the animal world. In the fourth kingdom the emerging quality is that aspect of synthetic love or understanding which is the intuition. This intuition is a quality of mental matter and of the chitta or mind stuff. Man is also intended to be radioactive. The incense or the perfume of his life must ascend, and thus attract the attention of the initiating factors which wait to lead him to liberation. These factors are the fire and the members of the fifth kingdom in nature. The growing purpose of his animal form must give place to the dynamic will of the spiritual entity, released from form limitations by the fire of life and of initiation. Thus he harmonizes in himself all ways of approach and of release, and all achievements, and synthesizes in his life the aspirations of the other three kingdoms. In starting upon a consideration of the relation of the rays to the seven kingdoms, I shall refer to the seven kingdoms on the upward or evolutionary arc, and not to the seven kingdoms as they can be enumerated on the involutionary or downward arc. This latter, according to the theosophical literature, includes three kingdoms, nebulous, relatively formless, and unexpressed, and the four kingdoms as enumerated by modern science. With the involutionary arc we have nothing to do. The understanding of it is well nigh impossible to the finite mind of the average reader. Though these three involutionary kingdoms exist, and though the little known about them in the West has received written form, any real comprehension of the implied truths is entirely lacking. This is quite unavoidable. Their comprehension lies hid in the capacity to recover the past and to see that past as a whole. The kingdoms which we shall consider in connection with the rays may be enumerated under the following terms. 1. The mineral kingdom 7. 2. The vegetable kingdom 6. 3. The animal kingdom v. 4. The kingdom of men 4. 5. The kingdom of souls 3. 6. The kingdom of planetary lives 2. 7. The kingdom of solar lives I. These kingdoms might be regarded as differentiations of the one life, from the angle of 1. Phenomenal appearance, objective manifestation, or the externalization of the solar logos. 2. Consciousness or sensitivity to the expression of quality, through the medium of the phenomenal appearance. Certain of the rays, as might be expected, are more responsible than certain others for the qualifying of any particular kingdom. Their effect is paramount in its determination. The effect of the other rays is subsidiary, but not absent. We must never forget that, in the close interrelation of forces in our solar system, no one of the 7 possible forces is without effect. All of them function, qualify and motivate, but one or other will have a more vital effect than the rest. The following tabulation will give the major effect of the 7 rays and the result of their influence upon the 7 kingdoms with which we are concerned. End of page 143. The rays and the kingdoms. No. Kingdom ray expression. 1. Mineral 7. Ceremonial organization radioactivity. I will or power, the basic reservoir of power. 2. Vegetable 2. Love, wisdom, magnetism. 4. Beauty or harmony, uniformity of color. 6. Idealistic devotion, upward tendency. 3. Animal 3. Adaptability, instinct. 6. Devotion, domesticity. 4. Human 4. Harmony through conflict, experience, growth. V. Concrete knowledge, intellect. 5. Egoic or souls, V. Concrete knowledge, personality. 2. Love, wisdom, intuition. 6. Planetary lives, 6. Devotion to ideas, the plan. 3. Active intelligence, creative work. 7. Solar lives, I. Will or power, universal mind. 7. Ceremonial magic, synthetic ritual. Each kingdom has its key words, which can be translated, though most inadequately, as follows. Kingdom process, secret objective. 1. Mineral condensation, transmutation, radiation. 2. Vegetable conformation, transformation, magnetization. 3. Animal concretization, transfusion, experimentation. 4. Human adaptation, translation, transfiguration. 5. Egoic externalization, manifestation, realization. End of chapter 28.